Yeah, well, you were saying that you don't have a that you are not in a relationship right now. That was my question for the rest of the world. I was thinking this is some maybe.
I didn't write that song.
Okay, falling in love was.
Yeah, that's the hope.
Yeah.
That's the hope of that. See, at that point in the album, I was going, we're missing something, and we hadn't written it yet. And I said, you know, maybe we should do a cover song. Maybe we should do something like a Joe Cockery kind of a blues thing. And CJ produced Joe Cocker and worked with him, and I'd worked with Joe. I love Joe. I thought maybe something I could play a little bit on. You know, maybe it would have a little more hopeful message instead of my usual doom and gloom, you know. And CJ goes, I got a song for you that I wrote with another guy. And I thought, well, let me hear it. And when he played it for me, I dug the song, but I thought, I don't know if this is going to fit on the record with the rest of it. So from a production standpoint, we broke it all the way back down and built it back up again. I kept the sentiment of the song, and I bluesed up the guitar bit a little bit. But I needed to change the keyboard thing, the vocal thing, and I brought Nathan East to play bass on it to kind of funk that thing up. And then we worked on it. I kept going to that song going, I'm not sure about this one, I'm not sure about this one. But when the record started to take shape and it was finishing and we had finished the song, I went, yeah, you know what, this does make sense. It ends on a positive.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hoping that I feel like that again. But I'm not in love right now. I haven't even met anybody that would make me go like that, you know.
Another thing, well, music-wise, you've been working really hard on your vocals.
Yeah, I've got a new voice teacher.
And
Gary Katona.
is it hard?
It's the hardest instrument to play, man, the voice. Because you can't tune it, you can't fret it. It gets worn out quickly if you don't do it right. And I just want to make it stronger, more. So live, it's really in tune and in control, and I'm writing things in the right key. I quit smoking and drinking, so that's opened up my throat a lot. So I'm always working to improve my playing, my singing, my writing. I don't just sit around and go like, rest on the laurels of my past. Like, you know, I really pushed myself in this whole album to not be like some people that are my age, just make a record so they can go on the road and play the hits and get paid. You know, it's just, oh yeah, I got to make a new record. I really wanted to make an artistic statement and prove that I could still raise the bar and you know, keep the music at a high level, because it's sort of expected of me with the Toto background, big production, good melodies, you know, good playing, arrangements that make sense and harmonies. I wanted to keep pushing forward as a solo artist to prove myself that it wasn't like some fluky thing. I made a good record. So.
How often how many hours a day do you practice your voice and your guitar?
Well, you don't really need the guitar. I wake up in the morning, and you know, assuming that I have the time and I don't have to rush off to travel anywhere. I try to put in an hour in the morning, at least, playing whatever sorts of different things that I want to play, or working on new stuff. A lot of it, I'm applying theory to, okay, this chord, how many options do I have here? I'm trying to find new ways to play. It's hard to explain to in a non-musician sort of way, but just try to get better, refining at what I do. Vocally, it's a short. You know, I'm not doing it when I'm on. You know, when I'm on tour, I do it every day. Or if I'm singing in the studio, I do the warm-up. But the warm-up tape is only 8 minutes long. But the exercises are key. And then I go see Gary when I'm home. And he's like vocal coach of the Stars. I mean, he's really done some amazing things. And it made me stronger, and I see the results. So when you see results, you keep going back.
Yeah. You were saying big production. Why do you decide for this album to go for the big production?
I always go for the big production.
Oh, why?
Because I like it bigger, and more is more, bigger is bigger, better is better. Now, some people like, you know, 3 guys in a room with 1 microphone hanging over the top of them, but that's not the kind of music that I make. Huh? I like big arrangements. I like thick harmonies. I like the atmospheric sounds. You know what I mean?
Have you ever tried maybe, record some acoustic songs, just you and your guitar?
I can do that, but it's not what I do best.
No?
I mean, why isn't Van Halen doing an unplugged album? Because the music is not conducive to that. I mean, I have songs that I could play acoustic guitar and just sing to. I don't think it's my forte. I consider myself an electric guitarist first. Although I love the sound of acoustic guitar and I play it, I'm not James Taylor. You know, I wish I was. That would be cool if I was. But